Yo, guys, welcome back to Loud Minds Podcast with me, Adi, as the host for this episode. First up, we've got Lowen Tarao.
Hello.
Yeah, and next, we've got Tom Jose.
Yo, what's up?
Ooh.
And Sally won't be joining us for some time. I don't know what's happening to him. So it's just the three of us.
No one knows, Adi. It's okay.
Well, COVID-19 has got an adverse effect on our lives, the country's economy, and all. But we are not here to sob about it. We know that you all are here to forget about your problems, laugh for this 45 minutes or so. So this week, we are going to share some of the amusing experiences during this COVID pandemic. So COVID-19 started about 2019 December, right? When you first heard about it, what do you guys think about it?
I didn't think it was anything serious at first. I was
I
just
just
like,
thought it was. I thought it was the end of the world. That's it.
oh,
I just
Straight
thought we were
away,
gonna die. Yeah, I
And,
just thought we were gonna die.
Initial part of 2020. You straight away
Well-
thought you were gonna die?
No, ever since
When-
when the lockdown came, I thought we're gonna die. But once I started hearing the news that it was like
Yeah.
concentrated only in China, I was like, okay, we're quite far. There's no big deal. But when it came to the lockdown, I was like, yep, we're gonna die. This is the last year. But we're still alive.
Luckily.
imagine,
Yeah.
though. It'd be interesting, like a zombie apocalypse. What if that happened?
Well, we talked about robots and AI in the last episode.
I mean, yeah, it's not zombies.
Zombies?
zombies.
No.
Nah, unlikely for zombies to happen right now, or maybe
Yeah,
in the
right
near
now, yeah.
future.
You never know, man. You never know. There are variants coming out for COVID. You never know. One of those variants might make you like a zombie.
Interesting.
And I remember posting on Insta story that hoping 2020 would be joyful and much better than 2019. That was the first time and last I ever did that. I'm not going to repeat that ever. For the next so many years I'm going to live, I'm not going to post anything for New Year.
Have I even
Yes.
been out this 2020?
2021.
Yeah, 2021. Have I ever been out since the start of 2021? For other than our exams?
No, I've not gone out of Malacca this whole year.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh, yeah.
First time.
I've went
Uh,
once for my passport, so
Yeah. How does it feel, Tom? Did it feel amazing?
no,
It felt
'cause
scary. I'm gonna
It was
die.
not- it was not scary as well. It was just it was a different experience because when I went to Kuala Lumpur, it was like I was thinking, I was like imagining, was that building there right before? How much did it change? Because I forgot that there were some buildings that were already in place for like probably 5 years. It was quite different moving into a different place like after 2 years or so. So nothing much big of a difference, but there was a little bit of a different feeling, going out of your home just to like a different state.
Were you there during the time when they already like relaxed the lockdown restrictions so you could go outside?
You mean the second half of last year?
No, because like now, currently, some states are in like phase 2, and in phase 2 you're allowed to go out and have dine-in and all that. And in KL, I think you're allowed to dine in now. Not in Malacca, but in KL can. So were you there during that time, Tom? Did you see like other people outside just chilling, having fun?
No.
Oh.
There were a lot of people on road, but even I don't think there was dine-in allowed. But people, one crazy thing what I saw was they were allowed to go to like shopping malls and stuff. So people
Right.
just went to the shopping mall, but they didn't shop. So they were just like walking or just sitting in the benches provided. So it looked like they were just getting their daily exercise by going to the
I
shopping
mean,
mall.
honestly, I would do the same, man. I just want to go out and do something.
Yeah, that's what they're doing. Like the shops, they are
Now
like
there are like
limit.
1,000 cases, right?
I
Yeah,
don't know,
Especially in
man.
KL.
I don't care anymore. You know, survival of the fittest, you know.
And the
The luckiest
smartest as
now.
well.
The luckiest now, okay? Not fittest.
No, because like
It's
some
luck whether
people
you get
like
it or not.
no, it sort of depends on your fitness to a sense. Because like COVID, if you're very fit, if you're in good health and all that, like you won't even know you have COVID for some people. You know, it's only like if you have quite a bad immune system, that's when it starts being quite like bad for you.
Hmm.
And when we had that first lockdown, right, last year, I remember
Yeah.
telling my friend that COVID won't last long, just a few months. A few years seems reasonable.
Yeah, I blame Adil. He's jinxed
What?
everything.
Yeah, he jinxed everything from the
I
start
said
of
few months.
2020.
At
No,
first he
from the
said,
start
"Oh,
of
at first he said 2020 was going to be good. Look at where we are now, Adil.
Yeah.
It's because of you."
Well, how was that sudden shift in routine? Huh? That new ordinary, that
Uh,
lockdown, all of a
At
sudden,
first, as a
gotta stay at home.
child, I was sort of happy because that means no school,
As a
right?
child, it's last
Yeah,
year,
okay.
brother.
As a,
as a child.
I mean, last year I was a child.
Yeah.
As a child, okay, fine. As a year ago, during school, I was sort of happy because there was no school, online classes, and all that. But as you go forward and all that, I after a few months, I just felt so bored. And then I think that's sort of a good thing because I just realized how fun school was. Right? I used to think school was very
Yeah.
boring, but now, like looking back, I would much rather be in school than in my bedroom doing
Mhm.
everything.
All day.
Yeah, and it's so hard to concentrate.
Yeah.
For online
With the
classes.
distractions.
I don't understand people which think online class is better than face to face. Because, like, I guess maybe if you're introverted, you're scared with talking to people. I guess that makes sense. But it's necessary to talk to people and all that, which is a good thing about face to
I
face
think we
classes.
should talk about online classes for another episode, right?
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of content and all for that.
Yeah.
And
Well,
Tom, how's yours?
initially, I think a lot of people were quite happy. Like probably, let's say for the first month, because everyone was together at home. You didn't have school. I was really happy because the lockdown happened in the middle of our exam week.
Yeah.
And
We got to
Yeah.
skip chemistry at max.
All of
all
the
the
worst.
tough
physics.
papers, yeah, all the
Yeah.
tough papers we got to skip it. And I remember walking into the exam hall, which was the last day of school before lockdown. I was smiling while writing the paper because I knew it'll just be, it won't
Useless.
count.
You
Yeah,
should have just wrote some dumb things on the paper, Tom.
I shouldn't
Right,
have written anything.
have
No,
fun
I shouldn't
marking
have
this.
written anything.
No, Tom, you should just make fun of the teacher. Like, have fun marking this, bro. It doesn't affect me.
But I remember that I just wrote random things because it was our English paper.
Yeah.
I just wrote some nonsense.
I took it
It didn't
serious,
matter.
just in case.
Yeah, but looking at because the lockdown, I thought it was gonna extend. So I was like, nah, there's no way we're gonna come back and all
No,
that.
because at the time my brother already started online classes and he also had online exams. So he warned me like, oh, they could just do online exams in the future. And I'm like, oh, okay, then I guess I'll take this seriously. But then they didn't. They just canceled the exam.
Mm-hmm.
We were that one unfortunate class who had to do exams at all the places, like at our classrooms, hall, some random house.
Yeah.
But yet we were the most successful.
Yeah.
Yes. All this hard efforts paid off.
Effort.
Mhm.
Luck, Tom, luck.
Hey, it's effort, okay? 2021 batch. Yay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I learned cooking during the first lockdown, and
Me too.
I was doing
Yeah.
exercises,
I think
even
that's-
though
Yeah.
I was thin.
gain muscle. I think that's one good thing about the lockdown is that to keep ourselves busy, we started doing a lot of things.
Mm-hmm.
For like Adi learned cooking, and Tom, what did you learn? What did you do?
I learned myself some baking. I started baking a lot of especially desserts and stuff. And I think there was once where I challenged our friends to do like a drawing competition or something
Oh yeah,
because we were
in
really
our
bored.
WhatsApp group.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I just told, why don't we draw our best art piece or something?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so that was pretty fun as well. Uh, I sprained my ankle. That was also a great
That was fun,
experience.
Tom. That was fun.
And he repeated that this year too.
It's
Yeah,
On the same
just
day,
no,
I think. Yeah.
uh, on the same leg, and then
Uh,
and it
the same
was
month.
I sprained my ankle the second time, which was this year, like I think a month before our IGs. So I was like, okay, no school, let's just stay home and study. But the way how I sprained my ankle last year was I was playing badminton with my brother, and we have like these massive trees that
Hmm.
they sort of interfere over our roofs. So while
mm.
we were playing the shuttlecock, it sort of got stuck in the tree. And when I jumped to like get it, I tried to climb the tree and jump and hit it down, but eventually I fell down on the grass, which had like this sort of deep hidden area. So I went there and boom, sprained my ankle. Couldn't walk for 2 months.
What was
All
your
my
mom's reaction for the second time, huh? Tell our viewers.
Okay, annually will
She-
have to get used to it.
now my family thinks it's like a normal thing I do because whenever they see me on the floor, they're like, "Don't you have anything better to do or something?
You
Go
just
get a
Impress us
life."
by falling in another way.
just injured crying on the floor. Tom, just stop doing this.
Injure
Man.
something else, lah, brother.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know. My legs are kind of weird, and it's the same leg always. That like just a couple of days back, I fell down and nearly sprained the same leg.
Yes, wait, Tom.
Uh, something's wrong with that leg.
Some black
Probably
magic.
gonna. I'm
That
probably
leg.
gonna go get a prosthetic or something.
AI and AI
Yeah.
leg.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So once when we came back from lockdown and all, we couldn't play sports like football, basketball. We missed the sports day, our last one in school too.
Mm. Yeah, that
Yeah.
sucked, man. I thought
Yeah.
I could use the sports day to write. Okay, because at the beginning of sports, like when I was in year 7, I was not fit at all, right?
Yeah.
But then, like, I slowly getting in the last
Yep.
Mhm.
sports day, I can at least get some things. But then they just canceled it. It sucked, man. So like, I have like no sports not a lot of sports achievements in my school.
Our school did have very little outside competitions and all with other schools.
Yeah, that's something which sucked a bit. Like, I wish they did more outside stuff. I even tried to ask for more outside stuff.
Yeah. Football and all.
Yeah,
They concentrated mainly on bowling and basketball.
Yeah.
Basketball, not really that much, but like after enough pressure, then they decided to go. They realized Mr. R exists, so maybe they can carry.
So do you guys miss playing football in the field and all? We didn't even get
Yeah,
to play once
definitely.
after COVID. Not
Yeah.
even once.
We
Well, I
played
think
once.
we played once just among the four of us.
Yeah, with Saleh.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Remember? And
But
we were
we-
so unfit, man. We couldn't run. We were so tired.
But I was the
We
top
weren't
scorer
running.
of the day. I was the top
No,
scorer.
Tom, you're just running towards us. We got scared. I don't want to get injured, so I just moved out of the way.
Yeah.
I miss playing football, like legit,
Yeah.
man. Like football, futsal. I mean, that's one good thing about the like I'm in a futsal club. So hopefully, I think hopefully by the end of this year, I should be able to be back at campus and actually play futsal. Oh, I can't wait to go back to a futsal court, man.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Just play something. Doesn't have to be
Yeah.
rules and all. And did you guys follow the SOP, like the 2
You should.
meter distance and
We
mask
should, but we
at the start
but
of
we
didn't.
COVID?
I
No, at
won't
the
speak
start
without
of,
my lawyer.
COVID pandemic.
I won't speak without my lawyer.
I think
Yeah.
we did wear a mask and all, at all
Yeah.
Yeah, we
times.
had our
Except
masks
we.
on, but it
Mm.
was when we came back to school, like physical school, it was very difficult to stay apart from each other.
No, but I
Yeah.
said we did quite well for the SOP, you know? Like we
No,
wear,
we had the mask. That too, we pull it down once in a while, but
yeah, but like
Yeah.
during
distance and
lunch
all we
break and
didn't
all.
follow at all. Just like the
Yes, we
first
did.
2 3 days. No,
Just for a couple, like the first month, like when it was
no,
only our
first week.
class, when it was our class that was supposed to go to school only. Then after when things started getting slightly normal, yeah, we never followed the distancing.
We
I think the
missed
only things,
hugging each other, rolling over. Oh, so
yeah,
we
yeah,
saw
I think the
others too
only,
sitting on each other laps.
mm-hmm,
The girls in our class, so no one cared about it.
Mm.
yeah, and
Hey,
luckily
but
we're
hey,
all still alive.
none of us got COVID, okay? Because we're all healthy, we don't go out.
Hey, you had a high chance of getting it twice, okay? The whole
Yeah,
class was petrified
Yeah,
after that incident.
at one
Your
point,
parents went to some what marriage?
wedding.
Yeah,
yeah, my
so there's
parents
some
went
wedding.
to a wedding, and then one person over there had a contact with a
COVID. Oh,
positive patient, and then a bunch of people got COVID from that. And then I just came to school and then told everyone like I probably shouldn't be here. And then everyone's like, why? And cause like my parents came in contact with someone who was COVID positive, and then everyone got scared of me. No one touched me, man, for like
I
a
know,
even
week.
I say
Yeah, for like nearly 10
cause
days, I think. Like no one
yeah.
wanted to come close to me.
yeah,
Some
Everyone
cause
called
girls
me
kept
COVID.
asking me, "Did he go for a test? What? Negative? Positive? What?"
Actually, I
yeah,
never
cause
went for
we
a test still, you know. You could have gotten you guys may be positive right now and you don't know.
What for? More than half a year?
Yeah, maybe because like I said, well, some people their immune system is strong enough to fight back.
Okay, let me see after 10 years if I'm still alive.
no,
I got
but I
my two
remember
doses.
I
Yeah,
remember like we forced Lovin to check his temperature and it constantly kept on increasing.
That
So
was
we all,
after
oh
a few
yeah.
months, I think. That was
One time,
after a few months.
no,
yeah,
yeah, but there was one time you got so
Yeah,
scared, I was sent back home.
yeah, we sent him back
because
home. We were
we
like,
checked his
cause,
temperature twice, I think, or more than
hmm
that. It
and he
came
was
above 37, I think.
he was complaining of like body pain. His eyes were red. Like we ran up
Yeah,
to a
but
teacher
my
and we were
eyes,
like, he's scaring us.
no, but my eyes are
Miss, help
always
us.
red. My eyes are always red, man. I don't sleep.
Well, it was a bad time to show that you had red eyes, you know.
And somehow your temperature went high.
No, you all were so serious, man. Like, I had to go back
Of
home.
course, we should be.
You all were so scared. What was the second time when I nearly got positive?
That was the second time.
Oh,
The
Yeah,
that
first
was the
time was
second.
during
yeah, that
our
was
third term exams, and the second
yeah.
time was this temperature thing.
Yeah, that was because of one of my cousins. Yeah,
You
who
should
was
stay away from your relatives.
big family, bro. At least one of them is
Very
going to
big
definitely get
family.
COVID. Yeah, that was a fun experience. Everyone avoided me for 10 days, and then the second time, everyone forced me to go back home. It's the first time where teachers like, no, please go back home.
Please.
And I'm like, no, I want to stay and study. First time.
But the good side about lockdown was that when school reopened, we all sat together during breaks, laughed like crazy idiots.
Yeah, that's when we got close to like our
Some girls in our class.
our other group of friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even us, we didn't spend that much time laughing during breaks, I think.
Yeah, because most of the
We
time
just
we were
played.
playing football.
Yeah.
Which time did you prefer more? The time when we were playing football or the time when we used to sit in that circle and then eat and then make fun of each other?
I liked
Definitely
both. Maybe.
I would say
Uh,
football.
I prefer football, bro. Football's my
Yeah.
life.
Football, yeah, but maybe during the first break we could have played football, and the second break during lunch we could have
I don't
just
think
sat
I
down
could
together.
control myself, bro. I need to play football all the time. If I have a chance to play
Yeah.
football, I will play football.
That's how
Because
crazy football fan you
Yeah,
are.
but that's how we got close to them, though. If like lockdown,
Yeah.
I don't think if COVID happened, we would be like still talking to them today.
I didn't talk much. I've known them for 11 years plus, and I've not talked to them much.
So it's
Only
like a
like the
blessing
past
in
1.5
disguise.
year.
Was it, Tom? Is it
Yeah.
a blessing in
No,
disguise?
I mean, it has
just
helped
a
us get
few
a few more
advantages.
friends rather than just the four of us.
Tom, it's like 3 more extra friends, Tom.
It's still better than just four. You have more stories to talk about, more
We can't
new
talk about their
people.
stories, man. They'll hang us.
Well, at least we
Skinners to
know
death.
about it. It's not that we're going to talk about it. But it was fun. I think COVID gave an advantage to a lot of people building up
Tom,
good
the ratios is like
relationships.
100 or 1,000 to 1, Tom. 1,000
Yeah.
bad things and one good thing.
Hey, I have to stay at home for life, but at least I made friends with 3 girls.
And
Come
just
on,
chat,
Tom.
huh?
Look on the bright side. You have to look on the bright side.
It's too far away, Tom.
Tom. It's a very tiny bright light, Tom.
Well, still go for it.
Well, the stupid thing was that we sat just behind our principal's office.
Oh my god.
We chose the right spot. And we
Oh.
got scolded a number of times for swearing, just saying things like "shut up."
Yeah. How is saying "shut up" a swear word, bro? How?
Like I remember, like I was talking and she just came up behind me. She was like, "What did you say? Like
God.
You guys are kids. You're not supposed to say this."
17-year-old kids, yeah.
Swear.
No, when
I
she
think
said,
that
"Did you guys say shut up? Did you guys say shut up?" I was wondering, what swear word is that? What, another language? Who mentioned that? Only when I heard shut up, I was like, what?
I remember one time I kept on saying, like, can I say it on the podcast?
Yes.
Asshole?
Yeah.
Can I say asshole?
Yeah, you can.
Okay.
You said it too many times now. Deal with the editing, bro.
But I can say asshole, right?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes, you
I
can.
kept on saying asshole. I did not know she was behind me, man. I just kept on saying asshole. If he does this, he's
You
an
said it
asshole.
15 times.
And all of you were looking behind me, like with this like scared face, and I'm just like, asshole, man. And then I see like one of the girls'
A
face.
shadow.
I see one of the girls' face, and I'm realizing like, oh god, there's someone behind me, right? I look back and then I just see her face looking at me. I'm like, I miss.
Oh no.
I miss.
I'm a good student.
so. You have chosen
Bro,
death.
that's what I was acting dumb, you know. Did you say asshole? I'm like, no. What? I didn't say, bro. I just said that like, I don't understand this language, man. I don't understand what you're talking about.
And then we shifted to another place.
Yeah, but
Under the tent.
that place was nice, bro. Everywhere else sucked.
Yeah.
That place was like, there was good cover and also it was windy, you know, so it's quite cold.
And talking about that place, right? What were some moments you remember we spent laughing over there?
Talking about trips, basically. What else is there? Really?
No, just that place behind the principal's office.
What do you want me to say, bro? It's like what can we say?
I remember stealing food from others.
Yeah. I remember just sitting there. I didn't really do much. I just listened and talked.
Oh yeah, the 100 cows.
Yeah. Adi, explain. I missed that
Tom, you
opportunity
wanna
to be
explain?
there.
That
Yeah.
was so funny,
No,
man.
I wasn't there.
Yeah, so you should have seen the girls' faces. So basically, okay, Adi, you explain. Your story, you explain.
There were just foreign girls, some European girls coming for admission in our school, and they just passed by the 7 of us. We were just sitting down, laughing and all. The boys, right? We all look at girls. When they came back,
You
Don't say
make
it
us
like
sound
that.
like creeps, man.
You make it sound so creepy. Okay, for
We-
the record, for the podcast
Yeah.
listeners, Adi is the creepy one. We look at
No, no,
we
no.
don't look at girls like that. Okay?
We don't do
No,
that. We
not
just
in
don't
a
do
creepy way,
that.
just like a
Okay.
fight, admire.
And you don't have to say that, Adi. Just continue with the story.
So when they were going back home, right? We were just normal. We were totally normal until Lovin came up to me and say something. Impress them. Come on,
Yeah,
do something.
I just went up to Adi, started shaking his shoulder. Hey, Adi, faster say something. Then Adi's like, I
Impress
have
them.
100 cows.
They just walked past laughing until they went out of the school campus.
I think that's why they never came to the school, bro.
I think they did. It was the Australian girls.
That was them?
I think so.
Oh,
I don't
they
remember
were
the face though.
They were interested in the 100 cows.
You should have
Yeah.
told me, man. I would have went up to them and told them the 100 cow story.
Here's a creepy one.
She's the creepy
This
one.
guy. Eula.
I'm the creepy one. Why am I the creepy one? You're looking
You
at
should have
girls.
just kept silent, right? Instead of pressuring me. Say
I
something.
know
Impress
you
them.
will say something stupid. That's why I did it, Adi.
Yeah. And what else? Oh, exams and all during this COVID.
Oh, that sucks.
That the school had
Um,
to rent a house nearby just to conduct the IG's exam.
Yeah.
That
That
was
was not
actu-
too bad. To
It
be
was a
honest.
It was
good
a good
idea,
idea,
though.
though.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a good
Because we
idea.
just had a case in our school a week after that.
A
Mhm.
few
I think.
cases.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
like
kids'
around
parents
two.
also.
Yeah,
Yeah.
2 cases we had. But it was a good idea to take a
Yeah.
separate place just to hold the exam.
Yeah. And also the location was not too bad. And
I
Uh,
thought
the
we
lo-
had lost
The
our luck in that.
location was just 20 steps from our school.
Yeah. Yeah, but like the house, it wasn't cramped, like the exam
Yeah.
hall was big enough, which I didn't expect.
I don't know if they
considering
built it like for a actual house, cause a room or something. It was so big.
Yeah,
Yeah, it felt like the house was built for exams.
exactly. No, I think it's a showroom, for houses, because there's like a
Well,
neighborhood nearby. What?
Our school itself is shop lot,
Mhm.
just like
Yes.
stores and all.
We paid a lot of money to study in a shop lot.
And yet we became successful.
Are we, Tom? Are we?
Are we?
Most
My chemistry
successful
teacher
class.
in my uni just called IGs useless,
Anyone
and we
who?
spent
Yeah,
few months
yeah, but
working
honestly,
as. Huh?
honestly, everyone which has never taken IG say the same thing, and I sort of agree with them because I've done like government school papers and I've done like international school papers. Government school papers is another level of hard, bro.
Yeah.
It is so hard.
And still, some are proud to be studying in international schools.
I
Yo,
mean,
I'm getting
just
high
for the
marks because
name.
it's an easy paper. And
I
I'm
think-
paying more for it.
You're not paying more for like a higher education. You're getting paid more for like a more consistent education, also better like education opportunities in the future.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you cannot get as much from a good SPM grade compared to a good
IGs.
IG's grade.
Hmm.
So yeah. So overall, I think worth it. Because let's be honest, if I did SPM, I would be dead.
And I think for us prefects as well, COVID was not a good time for us.
It was good, Tom.
It was good, okay, brother.
I became a prefect with no
Because we were
duties.
lazy.
No, we were lazy due to the situation. If
Yeah,
not,
that's true.
I think
No,
because
I'm
usually
No, Lovin, you were lazy. We were
No, I
doing
was-
the duties well. Before
I was
COVID.
not lazy. I was smart. I worked smart. I didn't work hard. I worked smart.
no, you didn't work.
Yeah,
was
that's
no
the
work.
best part.
There,
That's the best part.
there
I remember
was
my
no work.
I remember my first, like, in just the first week of being prefect, I got called out for coming late for duty. The gate duty, I was supposed to stand outside, I was supposed to come early. Yeah, that instantly showed what sort of prefect I was, but they still decided to keep me. And I did no work, and I'm so happy. It was the best time to
Because
be
we had
prefect.
no one else in our class. It's
Yeah,
limited
cause
to
no,
20.
yeah, the problem was the because only two classes were allowed to come down during break time, and we were
Yeah.
split up into like three locations. One was like outside, one was in the
Cafeteria.
hall, one was the cafeteria, and our class itself had like what 11 prefects.
Yeah.
Yes,
So
more than
why do you
half.
want to be stationed around in so many areas when the prefects
Prefects
are
taking care
basically
of prefects.
yeah, I know.
There's a prefect for each student, man. Seriously.
So like
One to one.
the school was like oversaturated with prefects, and we
And then
basically didn't have a duty because we followed the SOPs quite
they
regularly.
what they were
Because we were
doing,
scared.
they gave duties even when they were not needed, just to give an
Yeah.
idea that we had work. Like a lot of the duties were so unnecessary.
Yeah, I remember there was a duty for the staircase. Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
the
what was the point
staircase.
of
Going up
that?
the stairs.
The duty was
Yeah.
literally to watch students go up the stairs.
No, it was a limit of 5 students at a time. But they were all
Yeah.
cramped walking next to each other. We couldn't tell them every single time.
They
There's
just
no
gave
use
up.
of putting a limit when they are walking next to each
But
other.
technically speaking, we did a good job. No one got COVID in our class.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we were good prefects.
Now we would just make everyone was taking care of themselves.
No,
I think the school should have made every single student a prefect. Take care of yourself because you're a prefect.
You've got the privilege. Now
I
take
mean,
it
already
yourself.
half the school population were prefects, so why not? At least
Yeah.
Saleh will be happy. He was complaining about it in our last podcast.
And yeah, Tom, what did
Mhm.
you miss in being a prefect due to this COVID?
The power.
Well, I for our last term exam, like before year 11, on the last day of the exam, our principal he came and called me, and he asked me, "What do you think of becoming head prefect?" I was ecstatic
I would have
because
said no, please no.
yeah, because I was
Oh my God,
really
yes. No more, please.
I was extremely happy, and I was like, okay, I've wanted to become head prefect, so I was like, yeah, I'll take the opportunity. And then when we come to school, there's like nothing to do basically. So
Which
I
is
gave
good.
which was good, but I kind of found it useless. Like
Yeah.
I
Which
got the
is
name head
good.
prefect,
No,
but I felt
it's not just
useless.
about doing nothing, right?
Why would you
Like-
want to give yourself extra work? You get all the fame, all the glory, but with no work. That's the best. You should be thankful.
I am thankful to a part, but I still felt useless, because we had to hold monthly meetings, right?
Yeah.
But
And
there was nothing to discuss. There was nothing to discuss because everyone was
minds.
following. Because it was like a routine for every student, sanitize your
Yeah.
hands, wear the mask, go up here using this corridor and stuff. So we didn't really need to control that. And after like a month or two, everything, basically the prefect's duties just died.
I
Yeah.
remember one
At
point.
least,
I remember one point I got so bored that I was asking Tom to start scolding like the juniors. I was like, Tom, you have to lay down order, bro. You have to go scold these kids. And I
You're
would
a
just
head
stand behind him
prefect.
and watch. As you can tell, I was a very good prefect. I never abused my power.
yeah, you made Tom do it.
Yeah.
Hey, at least prefects got something to do, right? Some duties. I was the student council president. All we did was
Nothing.
arrange festivals, all those celebrations and all for Deepavali, and we did nothing in the last 1 year.
Yeah. But I think you just did the suggestion box.
Yeah, that was one
And
thing.
that was another crazy thing because everyone knew that I was head prefect. No one knew Adi was like student council president. So when the student council was supposed to announce about the suggestion box, when I came down, everyone was coming up to me and like, okay, where do we line up? Where do we go? What is happening? And I'm like, yo, I'm in charge of disciplinary, not school events. Because everyone started coming up to me.
student council
The
had very little power in our school, and
Yeah, which
which was
is
all the
dumb.
past
yeah.
years they didn't do much. All they did was this celebrations thing and all.
They could have done more. It's just that like a lot of them didn't care that much, you
Yeah,
know.
I wanted to do more, like for the food and all. People complained about it. No one ordered from our class in the
Mm.
last term, I think, few months.
Hmm.
So I went up to a few students. We had to get reviews of the school food, and even our principal agreed to give them free food for that few months. But
Yeah,
that
Yeah.
stopped too because of this COVID.
Hmm.
So, anything else
I
to
was
add?
good. You know, I didn't. I had my two of my closest friends had all this power, and I just abused it.
Not really. It was quite. You found it difficult to manipulate me.
Nah, Tom, what? It was easy to
I,
manipulate Adi a bit, to be
Hey,
honest.
but you didn't even do it. Even I didn't do anything. How can you manipulate me?
Even
With
more,
what?
man. I work in mysterious ways. You just don't see it.
Oh, like what? Just hanging around me?
like
I'm
I
in
think
power. I'm in
I
power
corrupted
too.
you too. I made you guys forget about
like
your
I
duties.
think
That
the
was from
only
year
thing you
seven.
made me the
You
only thing
corrupted us
you
from year
pressured
seven.
me to do, yeah,
I
like the
pressured
only
you
thing
into
you
scolding
pressured
a
me to
kid.
do, yeah, just to scold a kid,
Tom, on. Hey, let Tom talk. Lah.
which I actually even didn't scold. I was just like, don't do this. This is
Oh,
bad.
No,
that kid
You
from
know?
year seven.
remember that kid with the phone?
Oh,
Yeah. I was it was such a big insult. That's why I felt completely useless,
No,
right? I felt complete.
that was the moment I gave up on Tom as leader. Man, it's so embarrassing.
come on, Tom. Explain it.
This is gonna haunt me now. Okay, so oh yeah, there was this another stupid rule that okay, so the prefects had to be in each individual class at 7:30 to sort of take care
Before
of the
the start of
students.
classes.
I was
Yeah.
happy
Yeah.
about that though, because we get to, go and
But
terrify the other classes.
did we?
No, it
Hey, no,
was
it
it was
was
stupid because
fun. If
why
it
would you
wasn't,
want to control a class? Let them be themselves, you
no, but
know?
if it wasn't for that, we wouldn't have got the beautiful Tom story.
Yeah. Okay, so this was the most notorious class, year
Uh,
7, and I went to year 7 to take care of them,
We
and
three went.
Adi
yeah, why
no
were we
Adi and
there?
Lovin just tagged along because they
Yeah.
missed me. They just tagged along.
We had
They
no
came
other
in.
things to
Thank
do.
God we did.
Yeah, and yeah, I think we were studying or something. We were reading chemistry notes,
For our
Yeah.
and there was
mocks.
this kid. Yeah, there was this kid who had a phone call from his mom, and he just picked up his phone. I went up to him and I was like, "Yo, bro, switch off your phone." And he put the phone up to his ear. He was talking, and he just like moved my hand away and walked out of class. I was
Business
like,
call.
I, it was like
Emergency.
someone shot me, man.
And this kid was like,
I've
what,
never
five
felt
years
so
young?
useless
This
in
kid was
life.
5 years younger than you.
Yeah.
No, because he
And
at first,
so tiny too. That
cause
guy was so small. Tom is
Yeah, I
big,
could
and
have
he said,
I could
"Wait."
have kicked him
no,
to the wall, man.
cause
But I chose to take the peaceful
no,
way first,
Tom.
just go and say, "Yo, don't do this." But he was like business call with my mom. He pushed
No,
me aside, went away.
because in our school we're not allowed to use phones, right? So
Yeah. During
at
class.
first he had a phone call from his mom, and then me and Adi we told Tom to scold that kid. Then like Tom went and asked him nicely. The guy then after the call ended, he was like, huh? Oh yeah, okay, okay. Then when he came
And
back,
then he called.
and then he called
Got the
again.
call again.
But the second time, he didn't even listen to Tom. Tom was talking just like, yeah, sure, sure, sure. And then he just walked away. That's when I just gave up. Like, Tom, I'm sorry, Tom, but that is
Retired
too sad.
Tom.
That you
But that
retire
was
after that, Tom.
but that was like what the last month of our duty, so I
Thank
didn't
God,
really
Tom.
care. That was the time where like I said, everything sort of died. I had no motivation. I didn't
Yeah.
feel like I had the title of head prefect. It was just, nah, it's just a name. You
No,
know, it was
my
not. I was not
motivation
entitled to it.
my motivation was to watch Adi and Tom suffer. It was so funny. Just watching you two trying to do something out of nothing.
Trying to
Yeah,
be useful,
Trying
yet
so
useless.
trying to be
you both
useful.
you both were trying so hard to be useful. It was so funny.
Because
Well,
I
we
don't think
couldn't do
so.
much.
No, I never thought that one of us would become a head prefect. Because we became a prefect quite late
Yeah,
compared to
and
a few other
I
girls.
even missed the inauguration of prefects.
Yeah, oh yeah, he came late,
Like
like
I
one
came
month.
late, and then I just came to because I was on vacation. I came back, and they were like, "Oh, you're a prefect, what?" And there was like a group photo for prefects where I was missing and all that. I missed like 1 month of the prefect duties and meetings, and then yeah, I came up to become head prefect. I was also surprised
Yeah,
because I expected it to be another student of ours.
Yeah,
I remember one time our principal gave Tom a break,
break from what?
It was not a
right?
break, okay? It was not a break. It was you guys took it as a break.
No, didn't the principal say
No,
like, Tom,
okay, so
I think you're tired. Don't come to school tomorrow. No,
that's what
Oh,
you
oh, that
guys said.
was
No,
that
that's
was
what
for
you
COVID,
guys
right?
said. Yeah, yeah, because there was a COVID
He
scare
called.
in where my dad works in. So a lot of students come from that from that place. So the principal just called my dad and he was like, since there was a COVID case over there, just tell, Tom to stay back at home, not to come
Rest.
to school for like a day or two. And then when I came back, you guys was like, "Yo, what happened?" And I just told Mr. told me to take a break.
from
Hardworking
I
kid.
was like, from what? What are you taking a break from? You're taking a break
And
in school.
I remember Lovin was not on duty. He was just sitting in a chair. Mr. came by behind him, tapped on his shoulder, and he was like, "Good job, Lovin.
Good job doing nothing, Lowen.
Good job, Lovin."
Yeah, and I was like, thank you, sir. Thank you. I tried my best.
I tried my best to be useless.
And it paid off, sir. I am glad you see how much I work. He did that quite often.
He taps on
You know,
things,
it's
so
it's
the
it's good motivation. He told me I did a good job, so I continued doing what I did. I did nothing and it worked.
until the
Yeah,
point that we didn't do duties at all, right?
Yeah, I
yeah,
For
convinced you
the
guys.
last
No,
1 month.
no. At first, we did this rotation thing, right? We did duties,
Yeah.
and then I just convinced you guys. Guys, just stop doing duties, and then all of you just stop doing.
So we just sat down
See,
during duties.
I helped you guys. You should thank me for telling you guys to stop doing duties. I
Mm.
st-
Hmm.
I streamlined the prefect's work. I streamlined till there's no work.
Well, there didn't need to be work. Everyone was following every rule. It just sort of died off. And otherwise, when people used to play like football and basketball, they never used to stop when the bell rings. So we
Yeah.
had to go step in, and
Yeah.
usually there would be like frequent injuries. So we used to step in and take care of that. That was
Mm.
quite fun to do, and at least you had an eye to watch something. But ever
Yeah.
since COVID came, you were just sitting in one place for like 30
Eh,
minutes.
the thing was that Tom was the head prefect, and all the students went up 5 minutes before the bell rang. We waited until the last bell rings, and we left like 2 minutes later. Even teachers came up. Why you guys are still here?
Oh, we're prefecting, miss. We're prefecting.
Yeah, I think we abused the power of coming up late
Yeah.
and going down early
We,
because
we
we
have to
had
make sure
One month.
the grass is safe and all that. That's why you have to stay
yeah
back.
Thomas
the
like, I'll
fake
take care, miss.
grass.
I'm the head prefect. I'll take care.
I'll take care of
Yeah,
it.
I know, and they just believe that, so I sort of abused that power.
Logan corrupted us.
Yeah, blame Lovin.
Yeah, I didn't corrupt. I just streamlined the prefect's work.
Nah, he's like the devil on your shoulders.
Nah, bro, nah. You guys should thank me. I gave you guys less work. I made sure you guys had fun, because a lot of stress from the exam. I made sure you didn't have stress with being a prefect and student council.
There was actually no stress. It was stressful finding something to do.
Yeah.
Until I just gave up. I was like, nobody cares.
True. So is that it?
I
I
think so.
guess that's it. Hmm.
Yeah. So that's it for today's podcast. Don't forget to subscribe us and like this video on YouTube. You can also listen to us on Anchor and Spotify. Do follow us on Insta. See you guys next week.
Bye bye.